Season's greetings, everyone. It's Desiree
and Morgan,
and here we are at the Ariel Foundation Teen Makerspace, and today we're going to show you how to make crystals out of borax.
We're going to make borax snowflake crystals. So they should look something like this. Both very unique in their own way. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing that you guys will need in your craft bags, which you guys can call in and get on children's floor, and we're only doing curbside pickup right now. So you need borax, which is provided for you. You're going to need 1/3 cup, some scissors, a butter knife, a glass jar, not plastic, pipe cleaners, and yarn or string, and boiling hot water.
Yes, and if you guys can't find the big mason jars like that, a spaghetti jar would work. A spaghetti sauce jar would work really well for that.
All you need to make sure of is that your snowflake, once you make it, doesn't touch the bottom and the water comes above the top of it. So it needs to be about 3 inches high. Okay. So let me move some of this out of the way. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is take your pipe cleaner and you're going to want to cut it into 3 equal pieces. And we gave you a few extra just in case you're like me and you can't not cut 3 even pieces. But I'm going to try my best.
And while you're working on that, you might as well go ahead and put your saucepan on the stove and start your water boiling.
Yep.
You're going to need some parental help with this one because you want the water to be super hot.
Definitely. So you're going to take the 3 after you got those. You're going to crisscross each on top of the other. So just lay them so they're all equal. You're going to want to make a 6-pointed star. So after that you take it and then you just want to wrap and twist them all together. I do about like 3 times. And then you're going to spread the 6 points out. And then if you have one that's a little longer, you can go ahead and trim that off. Okay. Then after that, you take your other pipe cleaner. You're going to want to cut it about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So I'm going to make a few of these.
That worked out pretty perfectly.
Yeah, nice, yeah. I'm a pro now. I've made 2. This is my 3rd. So after that, you're going to take the small piece, put it on top of that, the edge, and then just twist it around like you did the other ones. And then again, if you have one that's a little too long, just snip that off. Or leave it long. It's unique in every way.
You don't have to do your snowflake this way. You can do it however you want. You could even make a star out of the pipe cleaners if
that
you
would
wanted
look
to.
so pretty. Or a ball. It doesn't have to be this. We just like snowflakes.
I think we tried it before and we used colored pipe cleaners and that made them change colors a little bit or it looked like it was blue on the inside.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It didn't work out quite as well as the last time.
Yeah. These ones look really neat.
These ones turned out really good.
Yeah.
So as long as you follow our directions, you should end up with a really cool snowflake.
Yeah. This is going to be great. And then I'll have 3 that are the same but also very different. Okay. Some of my 2 more after this. Just twist them around so they don't come undone.
I wonder what made the difference. You know, like whether it was the humidity in the room, like what room did you set the one that's thicker in? Was that in this room?
No, that was actually upstairs.
That was upstairs?
Right by a window.
Okay. And was this one in here?
Yeah, that one was in here in the dark.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was wondering that too, if sunlight played a part in changing the crystal.
So you gave them how many pipe cleaners in their bag?
5.
So you technically have enough that you could make 2 big snowflakes and then you could come up with your own pipe cleaners and do this yourself. And borax is only what I think like $4.50 for a box like this, and you can use this for slime. You can use this for all kinds of stuff, but just do not ever eat it. It can make you so sick.
Yes.
Do not eat it.
Do not. Always have a parent around if you're working with chemicals.
Yes, and with the boiling water, you definitely want to be so careful with it. You know, water when it boils is like what?
So hot. I've splashed it on me.
So many degrees.
And I'm an adult and I still burn myself. So please be careful.
Yes.
All right, so once you have your 6-sided snowflake or not, then you're going to want to take a piece of string. It doesn't have to be super, super long, just long enough to make 2 knots. Then take the side that is the longest, so I think it's this one right here. And then go ahead and tie it right under the first little branch. I guess that's what I would call it. Little branch. So, go ahead and tie it on. I'm obviously very fast at tying knots. Alright, so after you have that, you're going to, oh, you guys have popsicle sticks in your bag. I'm going to borrow this one.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Tying Knots?
Yeah, Captain Tying Knots. Come to me if you want your knots tied. Actually, don't. Yeah. So after that, you're going to want to see how far down. So you can see that it doesn't touch the bottom. So that's where I'm going to tie my knot onto the popsicle stick.
And if you have a jar that has a smaller mouth than this, you might want to make your snowflake smaller.
Yeah.
Because it does turn into like a rock when you're pulling out, and you might break it when you pull it out.
Yeah, so if that happens, luckily they are pipe cleaners, so as you can see, this is smaller, so I did have to bend them a little bit, but they bend and hold their shape. So you can technically bend them and move them around afterwards, and the crystals shouldn't fall off. So I'm going to leave this over here until Desiree is going to go ahead and pour the water, because she's safer than I am.
Because we're in here and we don't really want to make a big mess, I'm going to use this bucket or tote or tub or whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to pour it in here.
We suggest you guys taking it and pouring it over the sink.
Yeah, and
so just pour it
maybe
really
not
slow.
even you pour it yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this off.
Yep. Always make sure to shut off the stove. Alright, yep, back up a little bit.
How full does it need to be?
I would go almost all the way to the top, just because we can always pour some out, but it's probably easier that way. I'll tell you when. Because we still want to leave a little bit of room for the borax. That's probably good. Okay. Awesome. So go ahead and set that down.
I'm going to set that on the cool side so that way it doesn't get scorched.
Here, yep, grab that and then
I'm going to, if you're at home and you have a hot pad, you want to use a hot pad to move this.
Or a kitchen towel,
or a
whichever
kitchen towel. Oh, look at that. I didn't do too bad at all.
Yeah, that's nice. See? Just a little bit. Okay, so the top part is not hot yet. Move that. So next, after we have all of that ready, we're going to take the borax, and again, you're going to want to do 1/3 cup to every 2.5 cups of water, which it should not take that much, but
if you have a mason jar, generally they have the ounces on the side.
yeah.
So this is 16. It's a little bit more than 24 ounces, so that's ends up being like 3 cups.
Okay, which is fine.
Which
it's
yours have turned out great. So.
Yeah, that's just this like recommended amount. So go ahead and pour that in, and it should make a really cool like hissing sound. All right, and then stir up your potion, but don't touch the glass like I did. It's hot.
It's hot. I touched it.
Yeah. You can feel the heat coming off of it.
I feel like we're toddlers sometimes. Still, we're old and we're still like toddlers.
Yeah.
Don't touch the hot thing.
Yeah, definitely not. But go ahead and you gotta mix that up until you don't see any particles floating at the bottom. Alright, almost got it. Here we go. Like a little tornado. And then all you need to do now is very carefully, without touching the water, dunk this in. You can use your popsicle stick to push it down. Alright. Wiggle it. And then just leave it like that overnight. And then it should turn out like this the next day. A pretty little snowflake.
You can use that as an ornament,
yeah,
or whatever you want.
Hang it in the window. And this is after 24 hours of leaving it in the borax. And this one is after 3 days of leaving it in the borax. So you can tell there's a huge difference. One is like way more crystallized than the other. And this one looks like it's got like snow
it's
hanging
like
off of
fluffy
it.
snow.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's so cool.
So if you would like to have a big fluffy snowflake, leave it in for 3 to 5 days. And if you would like a crystallized snowflake, just leave it in for 24 hours.
It could also be the dark or the light room too.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
Set up 2 different jars and do this.
Yeah, do your own experiments, see how it turns out. But this is ours, and it's a lot of fun. You guys can make your own pretty little snowflakes just like you.
When you are finished with these, we would really love to see your pictures. Please tag us on Instagram and send us your pictures on Facebook if you'd like.
Yes, please.
But whatever you do, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys. Bye.